Hey guys, it's the Therkifa here, or Therkifa for short. I usually just go by Thar, but since someone on YouTube had already taken the name Therkifa, I had to add a little bit of something extra to this name. And I could see at first just thought I was still waiting for the match to start, but it turns out it actually began, and I'm here flying solo in a helicopter. And I see an enemy jet that tried to do a strafing run on the carrier, and I try to get a lock on him with the heat seekers, but he flies out of range. And pretty much there's just me flying. I think I did a little bit of edit out, but that's mainly just like 2 minutes of me sitting at the spawn screen waiting for a helicopter to spawn. But yeah, I'm flying around, just seeing what I can get a target on. And then I go see the enemy base or enemy flag, and I just light up the construction site. I don't even see anything, I just light it up. As I'm reloading, I reposition myself and see what kind of targets I can get. And this server wasn't that full, which was why I was able to get into a helicopter with no gunner so easily. And someone's locked onto me, and I flare. But that rapid tone, that's the missiles in flight heading towards you. So in case you guys ever go flying, if you hear the steady tone, that means they got the lock on you. But if it's a rapid noise like at first, then that means the missile's coming. That's when you want to flare. And there's the part where I edited out, and I just respawned, and I waited to spawn in the helicopter. And this time I got a squad mate. Just some random guy I don't know, he's a squad mate that just spawned on me. And then he's just like lighting up some random stuff. And usually if I fly, like in the other video, I was flying for my gunner, for Angry Poop, or Fish as I call him. But yeah, I was flying for him and letting him rack up the kills. But in this clip, or in this video, wasn't really trying to do that. And then I just sent out some rockets on that tank. Wasn't sure if I destroyed it or not. Yeah, that's when I know I destroyed it. When it says I killed something on the bottom of the screen. And I was lit up pretty bad, and then right there I didn't notice that my squad mate had jumped out. But yeah, throughout this whole flight, throughout this whole time that I'm flying, as you can see on the screen, it says engine 1 RPMs. So I'm guessing, I would assume that, oh, they shot out the engine. And if you guys ever fly, you can actually tell that when you get pretty damaged up, pretty dinged up, that it handles a lot worse. Like the helicopter, like you can see that it's jerked sideways, and that's when you start to lose control. And if you can't get control of it, then well, you're pretty much going down. And then someone's getting a lock on me, and then I can never find it. And then I just take out this tank right here, and then I'm getting a lock on me, and I pop flares, but I still get hit by those missiles. And I'm trying to fly back to base and just get some repairs on it, and right here you can see that the engine was smoking, and I was tilted to the right. And well, I pretty much lost control. Tried to bail out, but didn't manage to bail out in time, and I guess fell to my death. And that is pretty much me trying to fly jet. And if you guys ever see in my videos, I am pretty much the worst jet pilot ever. And some people, they like to go into third person just to like look around to see what enemies are around. I don't really like to do that, since I like to stay in first person, because, well, I mean, if you're flying a jet, you're not really supposed to be able to see around you third person. Like, you can look out of the cockpit, but Flying in third person, that's just not really realistic to me. And I managed to shoot down that jet, but someone had already bailed out a long time ago, and the other jet was on it. And I tried to do a strafing run on the enemy flag there, but didn't manage to kill anything. And I also read that the jet's machine guns, they're pretty bad versus infantry, but they're pretty good against like other aircraft, other enemy armor and stuff like that. And I just bailed out because, well, I actually don't have flares for my jet. I'm like 5 points away from getting flares. So I just bailed out, and I'm just on foot camping at this point.
We have neutralized the objective.
And I'm just standing around here, neutralize the flag. Gotta raise up that American flag. And oh, I think flag stopped capping, so there's someone around here. And I mean, you can pretty much, I mean, that's just something you pick up from playing the game after a few. I don't think I actually saw the guy, and there's actually a weird glitch or bug or something. But I looked through my scope right before I died, and now I see the kill cam in infrared view. Same with the spawning. I spawn back into a helicopter, and then looks like all my squad mates are on the ground somewhere, and nobody's dead, so nobody's spawning on me. This time I'm trying to fly kind of low, trying to stay away from any of that anti-air, like the Tunguska, the Russian anti-air vehicle. And then I'm pretty much just looking for a target to light up, all the while staying pretty close to the ground, so if needed I could just fly at ground level, try to hide behind buildings, the terrain or anything. And this is actually one of my preferred maps to fly on, since there's buildings, there's mountains. A map that I very much dislike would be Operation Firestorm. It's a huge open area, and there isn't much to hide behind, and it's nearly impossible to find the enemy anti-air armor. So Firestorm, not a very good map for me. And just at first, you can see that I unlocked something for the attack chopper, and that's a pretty easy way to get some points if you want to get like the very basic unlocks. You can use the vehicle, cap a flag, and those points will be given as a vehicle score. And then, see, I'm just pretty much flying around, and all I have are rockets, and since I have no gunner, I just fly around seeing what I can do on a strafing run. And I try to cap this flag as well, try to get as many points as possible. And something's locked onto me, and you can see that I didn't pop flares until that rapid tone came on. And then it turns out it was a jet that was trying to hunt me down. And I turn around and try to get a lock on it, but I can't find it anymore. But like I was saying, you could tell that I didn't pop flares until I could hear the rapid tone instead of the steady tone. What some people do is they'll have the lock on you, and you'll hear the steady tone, and then most people want to pop flares right away because, oh, it's a steady tone, they have a lock, they have a complete lock. But actually, it's best advised to pop flares after you hear the rapid tone, and that's when you know the missile's coming for you. And then same thing, I hear that steady tone, and then I'm not sure if I pop flares. Oh, that's the rapid tone right there. And I popped flares too early, and I got hit by the missile. Then I'm burning up. I'm at 50% health and decreasing. So I pretty much try to land as softly as I can, do some field repairs. And what you can actually do is, if you don't have like the fire extinguisher unlocked for the jets or anything, and you're on fire, if you're a pretty good pilot, you could probably land it too. Because I've seen my other buddy, he was able to land the jet, and I gave him repairs right there on the runway. And then I try to use my air-to-air missiles, and I try to get the jet, but the helicopter ended up being there, and I guess they bailed out since I didn't get any kills, but the helicopter went down. And, have another lock on me, and then this is like actually one of my preferred spots to hide behind if I'm American on this map, is on that road behind the mountain. And somehow like one of the missiles still managed to hit me, but since I'm above 50% health, I'll slowly regenerate that vehicle health. And that's how it is with all vehicles. If you manage to stay above 50%, you won't catch on fire. You won't have that black smoke. On tanks, they start smoking up, and then they catch on fire if they hit 50% or less. But if it's more, you can always just stay out of combat for a little bit, and then your vehicle health will start to regenerate, just like your person's health. If you stay out of combat for a long enough time, you start to regenerate your health. But it isn't as fast as like a medic's med kit. You can see here I'm trying to get the lock on the jet, and I do, and missiles are off, but don't think I hit him. I didn't manage to hit him. Another thing about the heat seeker air-to-air missiles is I think they require about 50 meters of space before they actually activate. Like as you can see, they just kind of fly out there, but then they don't actually launch them. Like they don't actually propel themselves until about 50 meters out. So if you're pretty close to your target within 50 meters, chances are your heat seekers won't activate and they won't go off. And somehow I managed to take down that guy at first. I don't know how I was able to do that. And you can see as I get a lock on me, I try to get as low to the ground as possible using anything I can as cover. And if you could tell there at first, the helicopter was banking to the right a lot, and you can't really tell, but I was trying to force it to level out. But I mean, if you only have one engine working, then what can you do? And I don't even know how I managed to miss that guy, or how I RPG'd the vehicle and only one of them died. I mean, if you're right next to your buddy and your buddy eats an RPG, wouldn't it only make sense that the explosion would kill you too? And here, this is me flying Little Bird. And Little Bird's not my best vehicle. They handle a lot differently, and they, I don't know, they just handle a lot different. And I always try to do some gun runs, like in, if any of you have seen Black Hawk Down, there's that scene with the not the Black Hawks, the Little Birds. The Little Birds, they just do some gun runs on the buildings, and it looks freaking amazing. And that's what I always want to do, even in Battlefield 2 Armored Fury, when they had their Little Birds in that little expansion pack. That's what I always want to do. I wanted to get the miniguns blazing, and then do a gun run on a point, rack up some kills. But I could never fly a Little Bird in Armored Fury, and I can't really fly them in this either. And as you can see, I unlocked something for the little bird at first, just by capping this flag. And that's one of my squad mates, MAV. I don't know what the hell he's doing. And pretty much, it's if you can see on that little score screen, there's not even that many people on this server. There's probably about like maybe 12 people on this server. So that's why this video is a bit long. There's still 300. There's 300 tickets, but you know, only 12 people. That's that. I think I tried to do a gun run, but I might have hit something. And I can see there's a person there. He's shooting his rifle at something. But I can barely make the miniguns work for me. And then you can actually see how bad of a pilot I am. I managed to hit the ground. And I think right there is just somebody shot my person, not even the helicopter, but my person. And oh, that's another. I'm getting pretty much shot out of the helicopter. And at this time, I don't even have the flares. I think that was the unlock that I had that I just got at first, was the flares. And well, pretty much I bail out, because what can I do? And I'm using I'm an engineer class with a SCAR with a infrared night vision scope. And the scope's actually pretty nice. I like it, but it's not the best for close quarters. In some of my other videos, you can see me having the infrared scope on the M249 as support, and it's a pretty gay combo. And right there, I saw that guy before he even turned the corner. So, as you can see, like the scope, it helps you spot people out, and they have heat signature that you can see. And I just typed something at first, wasn't sure what I typed. You'll probably see it better on the video. And pretty much just running around. If this map was fully populated, then I'd be getting shot at from all directions by now. And I don't even know where that guy came from, because I walked into the crack in the wall. I looked to the left, there's nobody there. I turned to the right, and then suddenly I get shot from the left. So, and I'm in a Little Bird again, I guess, because I think either someone had the Super Cobra, the AH-1Z Viper, Super Cobra, whatever they call it in this game, the attack chopper. And I see this guy, he's capping the point. And well, I have pretty much no points or vehicle score with a Little Bird, so I'm trying to get as many as I can with that. And I think this, that's where I fail, and I try to level out, and I tip over on the gas station edge and pretty much explode. And if you saw the team chat at first, that's one of the dudes that were there. They saw that, and they said LOL. I said, "Oh no, you didn't see. I don't think you saw anything." This time, actually, someone spawned in the chopper, just like me, and so I actually have a gunner this time. But most random people you get in a helicopter, sometimes they're not the brightest. I actually have some footage of someone. I was the gunner, and they tried to shoot jets with the rocket pods. Not air-to-air missiles, not laser-guided missiles, rocket pods, unguided rocket pods. I'm pretty much right here. I'm trying to lose the lock, and I didn't notice. At that point, I didn't notice that he had jumped out. So I'm still flying, thinking I have a gunner. And well, right, like throughout the course of this game, I was never really flying for my gunner. And then this is when I noticed that it's an enemy chopper, and I'm expecting my gunner to light him up since I'm that close. But that didn't happen because it was after we were face to face that I realized my gunner had bailed out a long time ago. And I tried to bail out again, but I guess the helicopter landed on me and blew up. Trying to do another gun run on a little bird, or just trying to get into the action. And then I accidentally hit my flares. I guess now I know that I have them. But trying to get into the action. See the friendly anti-air take out that jet and just crash into the mountain or something like that. I think I managed to get at least one kill. Yep, there it is. And I'm taking some fire from the 50 cal. And I guess the 50 cal was from the tank while I was trying to do that gun run. And it just blew me up over the ocean. And they'll be fishing me out of the ocean after this battle. And I get the Super Cobra again, but no gunner. And some people like to give out that advice is to like fly or drive in third person, so if you get hit, you know where it's coming from, etc., etc. But I'm not a big fan of third person flying or third person tank driving. I mean, if I'm in a tank, I'll occasionally look in third person while I'm like, trying to capture a flag, make sure nobody sneaks up on me, try to put some C4 on me or something. But mainly I'll be in first person. And like this part right here, I wasn't quite sure where the lock was coming from, but I managed to bail out in time. And see, I think I get run over by a tank. I hear a tank. Yeah. If I didn't get shot by that guy with the pistol, I would have gotten run over. So it was all bad. And then the round's almost over, and this guy spawned a little bit, took off. I could have still spawned on him, but I didn't. I don't really trust other pilots that much. Probably had maybe one or two other good pilots. And as a gunner, it really is a lot easier to rack up points for helicopters, since each kill you're getting 100 points right there. Whereas if you're the pilot and you're flying for your gunner, then you only get about I think it's 20 points as an assist. Versus if you manage to kill someone and you get 100 points for that. 20 versus 100. It's a big difference. see that there's like 3 people around me. I try to throw the grenade between those wooden whatevers, wooden beams, and it didn't go through them at like it didn't go between the wood at all, and ended up flushing myself out of my own position, and I get a laser beam to the eye and die. I think this is one of my last flying sessions, I guess you could say, before I just stay on the ground and try to win the match. And as you can see, I like flying pretty low to the ground. On a map like Firestorm, as I mentioned earlier, it doesn't really do much since it's a huge open area. Also on Firestorm, there's these huge antenna things. They're not even light posts. They're taller than the light posts, and pretty much if you hit one of them, you're going to die. Yeah, you just tip over, fall over, explode, die. And right here, I just nearly dodged an RPG. And I see this guy trying to cross the street, try to shoot an RPG at me. And yeah, the rockets are pretty much a good all-around weapon as long as you can aim them.
Objective is neutralized.
I mean, this is where I land, pretty hard landing, and then I don't realize it at the time, but something's hitting me, and it's hitting me hard, and I'm trying to just repair the chopper, repair it, and I try to take off, but I eat the tank shell to the cockpit. And then right there, just like the tail rotor just fell off. I think this is why I just try to win the match, stay on the ground, don't want to wait anymore for a chopper.
Be aware, I've spotted a hostile helicopter. Over.
And I actually don't have my stinger out, but I still try to hit this, and I'm quite unsuccessful, as you can tell. But I've been able to get lucky a few times. I actually have some footage of me taking down a chopper with a tank shell, and this other clip where I RPG'd a little bird. The chopper's still in the air, and it's pretty hard to lead the shot, especially when they're that far away, and they're a lot more agile than you, or a lot more agile than a rocket. And then you can hear the winning theme coming on, and my team won. Right now I can't see how many points I racked up, but I think I got quite a few unlocks from the helicopters. Yeah, I got got all those unlocks, and that's pretty much the end of this this clip. Yeah, it was 30 minutes long, and if you stayed out through the end, well, I'm surprised you did. But if you enjoyed the video, please like it, comment on it, subscribe. It really helps, and it's pretty much a little bit of a motivation for me to continue making videos. And this probably wasn't as entertaining as live footage, but this is the only decent footage I have, unless you guys want to see me getting absolutely destroyed. I mean, I also have a clip of that on Firestorm, a 15-minute clip of me pretty much getting carried. If you guys want to see bad footage, leave a comment below and I could upload that as well. Alright, this is Kifa signing off. See you next time. Bye.